Time I see Casey wear that shirt in a photo on Facebook, I stop scrolling because I think it's me.
Get yourself and Casey mixed up?
Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? We're like the same height.
Yeah. She was really lovely. She was really nice.
Didn't you just say she malorted somebody?
Yes.
Good voice, that means we're recording. Everybody, welcome back. We're on the fourth episode of the third season of the only show, Not Just a Phase. I'm just Jess, one of the co-hosts. Over here to whatever side of me we have.
I am Raven Blackfall, your favorite goth around town.
And on the bottom, our power bottom today is... You want to introduce yourself? I don't think you need an introduction, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Jon Noble, resident DJ, one of the resident DJs at Smalls at the moment.
Legendary DJ.
Oh,
if you were a Pokemon, you would at least be a Zapdos or a Moltres or something like that. Come on now, give yourself some credit here.
I don't know about that, but
we always do like a little bit of small talk where I'm just like, hey, how was your weekend? Anything new that has happened? That goes for you too, Raven. Do you guys do anything recently, either in the scene or just by yourself, that you want to share?
well, I went to go see Hamtramck on Saturday.
Oh
Over at the Fox.
yeah, I saw that they were coming in town. I was sad I was missing it, but how was the show? Was it good?
They were good.
One?
Yeah, I mean, Hamtramck's always good. They didn't disappoint. Broken Social Scene was good. I ended up getting there late and I missed Stars, which kind of bummed me out, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's the way she be sometime. I was actually gonna go to the club night last week and I ended up not going, but I wanted to go for fried bologna sandwiches yesterday and went to Mike's on the lake out there on the east side. And
that's right by my house.
Yes, it is. Yeah, on yours. Yeah, exactly.
You drove right past my house.
I did, but check this out. This is wild. So I'm sitting up at the bar, and I turn around, and Mike and Natalie are sitting like right on the waterfront, like behind me, it
was his
10
birthday.
feet away. Yeah, and then
his birthday
I'm
like yesterday or something like that.
His birthday was yesterday.
Yeah,
and then I check Facebook. He's in Las Vegas right now.
Happy birthday, Mr. Marianas, by the way.
To Big Mike.
Thank you for smallsing so that we can all smalls and continue to smalls out and do goth shit. Yes.
Yeah.
In short.
And keep Jon employed.
Yes. Helping Jon do the goth shit so we can all do the dark things too. It's just this whole thing. It's a whole circle. So that's a really interesting... Because that's funny, because they were posting waterfront photos, and I'm like, man, that looks real familiar to me.
Yeah, we were at Mike's
house.
On the lake. Yeah.
That's nice.
It was so random because it was just like I was like, man, fried bologna sandwiches just sound good.
It used to be called Jack's on the Water a long time. It was my grandpa's favorite restaurant. Like they've been around. I'm not going to talk about them for forever, but they were like my grandpa's go-to. So when we were like having that fancy once or twice a year kind of thing, that's where we went. And he'd always get his old ass Manhattan because that was like an old dude drink. Yeah. And I hear that Mike's they did Jack's justice, basically. Like it's still really good, even though it's not the same restaurant, not same owners.
I didn't really class it up. I got basically like fried food and a bologna sandwich. It's not nothing crazy over there. But interesting fact, they have a Snoopy museum in that place now. Like in part of it, there's like a whole like Snoopy collection that's on display. It's like a whole museum. It's crazy.
I didn't know that. I haven't been in there, like I said, since it's been the new place. But
yeah, it's freaking wild. If you ever want to check out a weird Snoopy museum, head over there to Mike's on the Lake.
I'm gonna have to go there now. Now that I haven't been there since I was a kid, I'm gonna have to see how completely different it is. But yeah, next time you're over here,
it's weird and quirky. Quirky space.
Give me a damn call.
It's like it's like shenanigans. There's all the goofy shit on the walls and whatnot, but like it's nautical themed.
Yeah, of course. Everything over here is fucking nautical themed.
Yeah, once you get close to the lake, yeah.
Nautical and fish flies. That's all we got over here. My weekend, I didn't really do any goth shit. I went to Fraser Fireworks and I went to Sterling Fest, and both were excellent, and we had a great time. That's it.
John's got a you I noticed you posted your like you have like a show list coming up, right? Like where you like kind of post like all these kind of like upcoming
Oh
shows.
yeah.
I was like, oh damn, like I had several of those on my like mental list. It's like when you write them down, I'm just like, oh, I probably would go more likely if I actually did that, you know, it'd be like giving me motivation.
I'm
It's
really bad
always
at keeping track of that kind of stuff too. So those kind of lists are really appreciated because there's no central place hardly to like, Spotify has different things on it than, the events page on Facebook. And I will miss shows on it. I missed MC Chris. He came like 2 weeks ago, missed it. Had no idea until like the day after the show. He's like, we had such low attendance in Detroit. I'm like, maybe if some of us had heard of it. So those types of lists, I love that when people post that because then I'm like, yes, I want to go to that, and that. It's like your DJ duty, to keep us in the loop. What's coming?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I see something, I usually click interested, so at least goes into my Google Calendar, and then go from there whether I actually go or not. But but everything I posted on Facebook is stuff I've actually purchased tickets for.
What are you really looking forward to?
Spike Hellis for sure. That
Yes.
is going to be a
They're so
solid
much
one.
fun.
I think it's it'll be the fifth time I've seen them, and
Oh,
they're always great live.
They
And I
are.
think every time I've seen them, they do a different kind of weird configuration on the stage, so you never know what exactly is going to happen. The way they move around is really interesting to watch. So
Mhm.
it's a good visual aspect on top of a good audio aspect.
they keep it fresh. I love bands that
Did
do that where they
did
really
you
change
see
it up.
them during Skullfest?
No, I think it's the only time I missed them.
Okay. The chick, what's her name?
I don't
Uh,
remember their name.
yeah, yeah. She jumped into the crowd and was like dancing and singing with us all. It was crazy. It was really fun. Like that was really interesting. And coincidentally, I think Tyler was one of the opening acts for them. Comfort Cure
Hmm.
was one of the opening acts for them at Skullfest that year. So it's kind of like the same lineup in a way because they're like he opened for them, and I think he's opening for them on that show, I believe.
Yes, yeah, it's
Yeah,
Spike Alice, Orograph, Comfort Cure, and CM Samuels.
yeah.
Samuels.
CM
Nice.
Samuels, yes.
CM Samuels.
Samuels. Yeah.
I
That's a good
I always
lineup.
feel this
Like it.
time of year is like starting to be concert season. It's like
Oh
the
yeah, we're in
the
the thick
gear
of it.
shifts, and then all of a sudden September and October, that's when, especially in our scene specifically. I don't know about like pop people and stuff like that, but metal and goth shit tends to really kick up like September, October for obvious reasons. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. I'm hoping there's some good stuff. I'm gonna check out your list. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
sure I don't
May
miss
May
nothing.
is usually like another big one. It always
Yeah.
Yeah.
seems like everyone bombards May, and then they bombard like September and October for
That
you're like,
is
there's other months in the year, right? Like
Yeah.
there are other times.
Most of the concerts I've seen in recent years have actually been in May. It's kind of weird that you say that. I did not think of that until you brought that up. But
Yeah, I had a couple weeks where I was like doing two or three shows in a week. Like
either
for
April or
real.
May. Well,
Yeah, in May. Yeah, I want to say it
mhm.
was like April or May. I definitely did.
Well, hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've even scaled back this year. I think last year I went to way too many things before cold waves, and I'm like,
I was
man,
gonna
where'd all
ask
my
if you were
money go?
going. Are you going to Cold Waves this year
Yeah,
or
yeah, I'm
okay?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go. I've gone every year since five, and it's
You were there when I went
14.
there. Yeah, I
So
remember.
but yeah, I always enjoy their lineups. I love seeing shows at the Metro. Uh, this year,
Great venue.
and it changes every year. So like the last couple of years have been real heavy on like the Darkwave stuff. Like this year, it's definitely more kind of the industrial rock and more aggressive kind of industrial stuff. But there's other, it's not fully sick. Plus Tear Garden on
It's like a
Thursday.
reflection of the world. Like everybody, last year we were doing dark wave, but now everybody's pissed again. So we're back to just that 90s industrial rock sounding shit. I love it. That's how we'll be able to predict like the climate of the of society is just check the cold waves lineup for that year. and that's how all of us are probably feeling. And that's what's going on in the world.
It's
So
not
that's cool that you're already got that booked and just lined up, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Train tickets booked, Airbnb booked. Yeah,
That's
You've
a
got
time from what I hear that I mean I've gone. The last time I went, you were there. It was like 1,000 years ago at this point. But it's like I hear it's like a party now. Like when with the Detroit people, we took a van. We took like Mike Marvin's van. He had like a thing he rented,
Mhm.
and it was a good time and everything. But I hear people go on like a whole train ride now,
Oh yeah.
and like everybody just parties the whole way there and the whole way back, and it's just like a whole thing.
I think
And
it's
Yeah.
I want
quieter
to
on the
go.
Detroit front. I think it's quieter this year than it has been the last couple of years. I mean, there was one year there was like literally probably 30,
We
40 of
had
us on
yeah,
a train.
we had like that was that 10. I feel like that was 10.
I think you're right.
Yeah, we had like half a train cart of people in like two different we were kind of split up between two different train carts
Yeah.
and so we definitely we had a solid showing of people. And then it was like everybody coming back home, you're all just like exhausted.
Oh yeah, no,
It
it's
was a
like
mess.
camping. It's like camping kind
Yes.
of. You're going to a whole different state, you know, you got all these people on the way back, you needed a nap.
Well, everybody was just partying like super, super hard for like 3 days on end. Everyone's on their feet, walking around Chicago, doing
And you can
stuff.
also drink later.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Everywhere. The
their
Malort
bars
sets
and clubs
in.
are yeah,
Yeah.
Oof.
except for now, like everybody has it. Like it's not a special thing
No, it's not
anymore.
a special thing anymore.
Like we have it's infiltrated the Detroit market here. So like, I was in Chicago last weekend. And I was just like looked at the bar, they had the Malort back there at Gino's East, and I'm like, man, is next to the Woodford Reserve, by the way. Which I was wondering, okay, that's an interesting placement, but okay.
That's just wrong. I don't.
Yeah. I feel like that's bait. That's like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
bait
No
for
They're
way.
like,
the
please.
tourists, right?
Yeah.
Like they just put it right there with a nice light shining down on it,
We want this.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
the forbidden fruit, you know?
They have commercials now, and I get it because they need all the help they can get. You know, like
It's Malort is something you do to somebody else. It's not something you're supposed to do to yourself.
unless you're trying to trick the other person into doing it too. You're
Oh,
like,
oh yeah,
see?
yes, it's yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. Sometimes you have to take one for the team. Like
Mm-hmm. Sit
the
there
first time
straight
I did it,
face.
was at Cold Waves 5. My buddy John was like, he goes up to the bartender, goes, "Hey, I need 2 shots of Malort. This guy's from out of town." Gets a big
Like
smile on
even
her
the
face because I don't know what I'm in for. And then I do the shot, and it's of course disgusting.
Mm.
And I'm like, ugh. Circle fast forward 2 years. Josh McAllister joins us on our trip, and we go, "Hey, Josh, you want to do a shot of Malort?" And I
Oh
go,
no.
"Hey, bartender, we need 3 shots of Malort. This guy's from out of town." Bartender gets a smirk on his face. We all do the shot. We all make a face. Josh then goes, "Bartender, I would like 2 more shots of Malort."
He's one of
Oh
those.
no, he's one of
No. I
those.
can't
Oh
trust
no.
Josh. You're saying I can't trust Josh now? I've like he seemed like such a good guy. He seemed like such a normal human. And I
He's
know
still a
now that he's not. It's
he's
just
still a
that
good
one
guy. He just
fucking
has a
He just likes Malort.
no,
yeah.
he's an anomaly, obviously.
I'm
I've
pretty
been
sure
playing
it's
way too many
masochism, but
games, man.
Yeah,
Anomaly detected, because there's no way. There's no way. He's
that's
like,
it.
yes, this human beverage. No, no, gotta have a
No,
talk
it's
with that guy.
alien. It's
Uh,
alien.
I can't remember the last time I was malorted, but I think it's gonna be the last time I was ever malorted, unless somebody sneaks it in on me.
I know Ken got Malorted for the first time at Smalls.
Wait, why
Um,
do they have it at Smalls?
Yep. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Mm,
we
mm.
had that. Yeah, we got that now too.
When
Um,
my kid's 21, somebody do it to her. That's pretty, it's gonna be me. I
it
feel like I
was
can't.
you're like I can't even do that to my own child.
I
Like
know,
I
I
feel
feel
like the
wrong about that. I feel
CPS would
wrong.
would be called on me, but she'd be an adult at
Even
that
though she's
point. So
21, I'd be like, they can't take her at this
they,
point. Shit. Do
they're like
your
maybe
worst,
that
Malort.
maybe that's a good way to like get her out the house. Be like, hey, I mean, you
I want her
know,
to move.
yeah,
Yeah. Ken getting malorted was pretty funny.
yeah. I that was interesting. Yeah, yeah. Was it Donna that gave him the shot, or who was it? I know it was
It.
one of the artists. Was it?
Oh man, I'm totally blanking on the name now. Bellhead. It was Bellhead who did it.
Yes.
And I do not remember her name off the top of my head right now.
Was it Karen?
Yes, that's her name.
How do you forget that name? That's a name you don't forget.
One of the things you'll learn about me is I am terrible with names. I'm great with faces. I am absolutely awful with names.
Uh, she was really lovely. She was really nice. Actually, there was a lot of Chicago represented at Fixation.
Didn't you just say she malorted somebody?
Yes.
And then you followed it up with, she was very lovely. She was very
Look,
nice.
look, it
She
wasn't
was
me.
quite a charm. She was a
It wasn't
gem.
it wasn't me. So
Like, I love Karen. She was great.
she's
It
great.
wasn't you.
She
That's what
didn't malort
counted.
me. I
And they're
mean,
all right, all right. For all we know, Ken was
she
asking
talked
for it.
she talked Ken into it. It's not my problem.
I knew what it
But
was before I was going to drink it, and I still did it anyway. So I guess I'm a
yeah,
moron.
see, the thing is like but you don't know like to the extent of what you're getting
You
yourself
can't fathom
into.
it's going to be that bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. That was kind of my stance on it, and it was that bad. It was that fucking bad. But did your camera just shift?
yeah, my cat just
Okay, I was
shifted my cat.
just
Because
making sure you're
so
okay over
my
there.
camera's on my monitor and my monitor is on an arm. So my cat would go up to my monitor and rub her head. We don't need to go into that.
Shit, my dog doesn't do. Luckily.
Yes, you not problems you have.
Anyway,
I actually wanted to do a shout out because I missed
okay.
something a couple of weeks ago.
Shout out.
Um, Choke Chain actually released a new album on July the 10th.
How did I miss
Um,
that?
and it's called Decomposition and special guest remix by Mortal Realm, other friend of the show. Uh on the album, and I thought it was a fantastic listen. And any uh any fans of like the heavier like industrial like agrotech kind of stuff that's out there,
Me. Wait, are you
um
talking to the people, like the viewers? You're like, I'm not talking to you, Jess.
I mean, you too, you're
We know what the
included.
fuck you listen to already.
I
Come on.
I mean, there's a
Ex-
dope mutant remix on that EP too.
exactly, yeah,
You already listened to
that's
it? Say, I don't even fuck. How the hell? I sat there, I researched, I scoured different, and I didn't. How did I miss that? They're like, I've seen them. I love Choke Shaman. I fucking, he did
Mark's
a
awesome.
fantastic job.
Yeah,
Yeah. At Smalls. There was
yeah,
like a little handful of people there. It was a really nice show, and I bought a shirt. Still have a
yeah.
shirt. I wear it all the time. Me and
Is it
Casey,
the
Casey has the same fucking shit. Yes, Casey has the
is it the
same
one
shirt
with
as me.
the his classic
Sickle and
logo?
the
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chain around it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
got it
yeah.
too.
Every time I see Casey wear that shirt in a photo on Facebook, I stop scrolling because I think it's me for like 2 seconds every fucking time.
You get yourself and Casey mixed up?
Yeah, I mean it happens, right? We're like
Uh,
the same height, both about as
yeah,
handsome. We're,
yeah,
but
general features.
same
Okay.
exact hair, inverted color. So yeah, but it's the same shirt, so that's why I stop. I'm like, yeah, we got the same body clearly as well, so
Yeah.
it's me. Um, but yeah, no, I had no fucking idea. I'm gonna like literally write that down to fucking go check that out. I feel stupid as hell now. Thanks for telling me. And Choke Chain, apologies for not staying up on things. I will try to do better as a goth industrial person.
Link
We
the
literally
link is like
we mentioned
Bandcamp
them
or
recently too.
yeah. Link is Bandcamp in the video.
Oh,
Give him a little
fine.
love in the video
Did
there.
did we maybe mention it that they were coming out with it a couple episodes ago?
I know he was definitely working on it, but I don't know if I ever
I'm gonna go
mentioned
back
it.
now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and see if we missed it. Well, thank you for bringing that part up. We're gonna press forward because we're done with small talk. We're here for the star of this episode, and it's not us. It's never us. It's always that third person here. It's the guest we bring on. DJ Jon Noble. I almost called you Mr. Jon Noble, like that formal. No, this
Getting
isn't
so
an interview
formal
like
here.
that. Yeah, you're not applying
Should
for a
have
job, so
put
just,
on a tie.
Yes. I was gonna say, I thought there was gonna be a dress code,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not that old.
No, I didn't call you sir. It's
Yeah.
okay. So you're currently resident DJ at Thirst Wave and Smalls and everything. Where did you start? When did you start? How did you start? We're gonna start with that. I think I might know, but I've known you so long, I can't
Right.
actually place where in the blur of goth events and people that you spawned out of for me. So I can't actually remember like your first night or anything like that. I just know I've known you forever and you're at Smalls now, and that's all that matters.
I started in 1997 at a place called Ascension UK. It was a goth coffee house in downtown Detroit, on Grand River. I don't believe the building's even there anymore.
It's not so.
Um, yeah, a guy named Mark Breckenridge had an industrial night and told him I was interested in DJing, and he kind of showed me the ropes, and eventually his work schedule made it so he could not do his night, and then I kind of took over, and then not I don't remember how long after that. I mean, like this is probably like summer of '97, and then New Year's Day of '98, I started working at City Club.
And then the rest was history, man. I don't
That's
know if you saw my face when you said Ascension UK, because I lit up over here. Because I didn't have the chance. I'm very aware of it because I actually at one point in time, me and my husband were running like a after hours goth night thing out of our tattoo shop on 7 Mile, and there were all these people making the comparison: Ascension UK, Ascension UK. I never went there because I was busy being 12. So I didn't really have a chance, but I had heard all these fucking cool stories. They didn't serve alcohol, wink. And the place was like haunted as shit, I guess. Everybody says a haunted as shit. There's not a lot of remaining like photos or anything of that of the inside. It was like downstairs of some like crazy place or something. That's what again, I was in junior high. So this is all news from other people, but man, okay. So you that I did not realize that you started Ascension UK. That is officially baller. You are absolutely, you're not even just a legendary Pokemon at this point. You are Mew, okay? You just escalated. You're
I
the
don't know.
Mew or Mewtwo.
Saying the word 1997 in the year of our Lord 2026, it seems really old.
yeah,
Whenever I talk to the
crazy.
kids, I'm always like, yeah, back in the last century, and they always are like, ha ha ha, and I'm like, no, for real though. So I'm like, I was
Yeah, I
there.
refer to the 1900s all the time.
Yes, the
I want to
1900s.
ask, is this the first mention of Ascension UK on the podcast?
This is the
Like,
first mention of it's a beer editors editing
yes, we
Sunday
did not
balloons, raise the roof. But
we
that's
did
like
not
some true goth lore, bro. That's like
we did not mention City Club before we mentioned Ascension UK. I just want to like hold that to a
starting
high
off strong.
standard right
I
there.
knew I
Yes.
had a great feeling about
It
this
always
episode.
it always got like our episodes always come back to City Club because of how much of a role it had in the city's goth community and everything like that. But like it's kind of cool to see like other places also get mentioned, like Mephisto's or like
Leslie
like
brought that up.
the Groove
Mephistos.
Room,
Yes,
um
Tangerine.
or the yes, Tangerine and stuff like
Luna.
that.
Luna was my first start. Actually,
After yeah.
Cat's Night that
Hmm.
Wednesday. That was my, well, no, actually I lied. I went to Labyrinth. I went to Labyrinth before Luna, and I was like, because you could go there when you were 18, but Luna was 21 and up. Luna was the first place I legally drank at. So, because I went there on my birthday.
John, how did you get involved in like the alt goth? Like how did that all happen for you? I'm always interested in how people like get into the music, the culture, the politics, like just your your background on that.
Well,
How did that
I mean,
evolve?
the gateway drug is head like a hole. First time I heard head like a hole, I
Nine
was
Inch
like,
Nails. All
okay,
right.
what
Fucking
is
Trent,
this?
man.
Where do I find more? It's like my sister was into Depeche Mode, but I was like more of like a metal punk kid, and I was
Hmm.
like, okay, I
Hmm.
like electronic music, but I don't like at the time I was not very into Depeche Mode. I like Depeche Mode a great deal now. But so that came out. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then a friend of mine goes, oh, you like Nine Inch Nails? Hey, have you heard Ministry? So like then I got,
Mm.
then it's like
Prince,
Mine's a Terrible
everybody's
Thing to Taste.
gateway drug there.
And then my friend's older brother, who is super into industrials, is like, oh, you like Ministry? Do you know how they have like 8 side projects? Have you ever heard of Skinny Puppy? Have you ever heard of Frontline Assembly? Have you ever heard of KMFDM? And then it's just kind of off to the races from
Just
there.
like spiraled out of control from there.
It's weird how similar a lot of people's stories are, especially like there's always like community goths where they find the goth community before they maybe find the music. Like Leslie was speaking about that. She was already listening to like a lot of grunge and stuff, and then found this community and it clicked for her. And there's people like my story is kind of like yours, John, where I was already like really into metal, right? I was really into metal. I was wearing all black all the time. And it's always somebody's fucking older brother. It's always an older brother where they're in their room doing spooky shit. And I'm like, what's that? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Dave, hold on a second. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I go in, I'm like, I open his brother's door and I'm like, whoa. And he was listening to like fucking Texture or some shit. I'm like, this is the darkest shit I've ever heard. And I want this to be my identity from now on. And yeah, it's so funny because it's like you don't realize it's out there and then you hear it. And a lot of times it's it's Nine Inch Nails, it's Trent. He's out there converting more people than the church, right? The second you can hear that sweet, sweet Reznor up in your ears, you know that's what you want forever. And then it becomes your everything. So yeah, that's really cool. That's
I mean, it has to do with age too. I was 12 or 13 when I heard Head Like a Hole for the first time. So it wasn't, you know, I didn't even see them in concert until the Fragile, like 99. But there, but yeah, that definitely a huge influence. And once you start going down that rabbit hole, and then you find more people who like stuff you like, and then it's like, oh, compilations were a big thing in discovering music. Just going to the store, going, okay, I recognize one band on here. Let's see if any of these other bands are good, and then I think that's how I found like Chem Lab and like Metallo and the Fixer and stuff like that.
Yes.
I fucking love ChemLab. So since you've been in the scene for a really, really long time, essentially, how would you say Detroit's goth scene specifically has changed since you first became involved? Because you're not just a patron, you're not seeing it from the view of somebody who's out on the floor. I want it from like kind of a DJ's perspective almost. It's an open-ended question. I realize there are no wrong answers here. You could do that thing where you just say like a bunch of words that kind of sound nice and we'll probably just accept it anyway. So
I mean, it's all gone through like phases. Like when I first started working at City Club, there was, it was really heavy on the more guitar centric industrial. There was metal stuff played, but like you started to hear A-pop taking a berserk, started to hear Covenant, started to hear, stuff like Evil's Toys kind of in the mix of things. And then, your Skinny Puppies, what have you, and your 2 o'clock goth block stuff. And, it, and then as future pop got more popular, that started to take over. And then, but also at the same time, like a lot of those like a lot of those more heavier industrial bands either stopped existing or stopped really being relevant. And so they kind of washed out. Now there's like an Ogre album here or there that kind of tied people over until the next thing comes out. Then that goes through you go through the future pop phase, and man, if you hated V&V Nation, it was a rough time for you.
Yes, it was that Covenant Assemblage 23, and that was like just revolve all of that kind of sound constantly.
But it's just like it's one of those things where it's like you heard V&V Nation at least 4 times a night, and then you heard at least 4 remixes of bands they did, and people would ask for it like nonstop. And then so like again, if you really didn't like that band, you probably basically heard what sounded like them 8 times in the course of 4 or 5 hours. And then that went through its phase, and then Aggro Attack kind of came in, and that's where a lot of things kind of start falling apart after that.
Yeah, but I
Is
did love the agrotech part of the falling apart. It seemed very perfect to have that right before the scene kind of crashed a little, you know.
it but it just got everything got a little too formulaic and too like predictable, and everyone was kind of looking for the next thing, and then the next thing never really happened. And just and I think everywhere, from what I've seen online, it seems like everywhere kind of had a downturn around 2008, 2009, 2010, where people are like, okay, I don't want to do I'm looking for other things, but they're also starting to go other places, and that's where it starts to affect like City Club and all these other the other places of the time. Like, I think Necto clung on to people for a little bit longer, and then
Because their
fell off a
location.
little bit. And well, yeah, I mean, Necto had a great. It's in a college town. It's not that far from Detroit. It's
Yep.
not that far from Toledo. Like
Hmm.
it had its advantages. Banging sound system,
Oh yeah.
uh, it was nice. I did. I mean, I did once a month there for 3 or 4 years, I think.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah. You did. You did. Didn't you do Plastic Passions downstairs?
I didn't know that was Josh.
That's
That's Josh
Josh.
Birch.
Yes, that's right. I'm getting the J's messed up. But yeah, no, it's kind of funny you mentioned during those times that it was kind of the scene felt stagnant. You're right. Ironically enough, we'll call that the dark ages of the dark of the dark ages, right? It did feel like things were kind of falling apart, and it's like maybe people are moving on. And I feel, and maybe tell me if you agree with me on this or not, but I felt like that feeling held on until all of a sudden Witch House came through and things started feeling a little fresher again all of a sudden. I feel like Witch House was like a little bit of a turning point where there was like the sound was different, notably, and then the vibe got different, and then like there were the kind of new kids coming in at that point too, all of a sudden. So I was like, maybe we're not dying, maybe we're
Yeah,
doing something.
and I kind of dipped out near the Witch House era, like when there was like Witch House, and then there was like the whole there was like a moment of when minimal synth seemed to be all the rage, and
Yes,
then that kind of stuff. I think I was definitely, I don't even think I was DJing when any of that stuff was really prominent, and I kind of checked out of most of it. Like, started getting in, just looking at other things, like like a little bit of IDM here, a little bit of indie rock here, a little bit of minimal techno here, just seeing what else was out there, because I was not finding too much in this. And then I came back to it, eventually. Like, you start getting your youth codes and your high functioning flesh type bands,
they're
and
so good. I actually mentioned them, I think 2 episodes ago. It's so weird. You keep bringing up shit I've mentioned already. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just they're
that's
such a
No,
okay.
specific, they're
it's
such
just
a
good. It's
specific band, you know?
yeah. But it's reinforcing the quality content that we like to highlight here on the podcast.
Fair, yes. Actually, I saw High Functioning Flesh. It was something cold. Uh it was at the UFO factory.
Yeah, it was
Was
a
it
UFO
UFO?
factory.
Yes. You were there, I think
I
maybe.
was there.
It was right after I had my kid. Like, so I was woo crazy. I'm like, I think it was in Detroit. I'm like, I know I saw them. Justin did the show. But yeah, they threw it down. They threw it down. We brought them up the other episode actually because it was front 242's retiring, and we're like, who's carrying the EBM torch now? And I think I mentioned them, but yeah, you're right. All these newer bands kind of started creeping in around that time, and it felt like there was a pulse again, you know. And so I mean, that's kind of brings us to where we are today, I suppose. I mean, that because geez, that was like 10 years ago. Maybe you're more qualified in the last 10 years than me because you actually go to the club more than once a month or once a year,
I mean,
in my
there's still
case.
It's kind of his job,
Yeah, a
so
little bit,
like
a little bit. That's where I kind of like I saw that band 10 years ago and I'm like, yeah, and things kind of I'm like I guess, the scene's been doing stuff since then, but I don't know what.
well, I mean, yeah, High Flex Flesh in particular. I mean, they I believe they broke up and started doing separate projects. I know
Oh, I didn't know that.
Susan Subtract did Physical Wash, who I saw. I saw it at Cold Waves. I don't remember if he played Detroit or not, but they were good. They were good, but they it never took off. I was always kind of waiting for another release. Actually, that's how I found out about Spike Hellis. Is he did he remix on the first Spike Hellis EP, and I was like, oh, what's this band? Oh, I like these guys.
That's a bummer. I mean, I was kind of concerned when I noticed that I didn't hear anything about them anymore. I saw them that one time. I was like, these guys are fucking sweet, and then I just like never heard anything again. I guess it makes sense. It's good that they're doing other stuff. But yeah, that's probably the most unique recounting of the scene too that we've had on the show, because there's a lot of people that talk about the past and what brought them to here and everything. But you brought up a lot of the things in the middle part too that a lot of people skip over when the scene felt kind of for a minute. A lot of people bring up the Agrotech period and then just kind of stop. But we went through like a little depression of our depression.
We
And then
don't
we rose up kind of. I feel like the scene has been had a pretty good steady pulse in the last 7 to 10 years after our weird little crash we had there.
Well,
So
I feel like it's like peaks and valleys, you know? Like we'll kind of go through like phases of like, you know, we'll hit like, you know, the height of like the industrial era of like the like late 80s and the 90s, and things will kind of fizzle out, and like it's like the evolution of like the music industry, and like now like we're battling this giant monster of like AI music, and it's like
mhm.
that's a whole nother problem that it's like, you know, people's just getting their, you know, all of their music getting fed into algorithms, and like certain large streaming services are just like are feeding that to like people, and like I don't subscribe
I mean, I
to,
haven't really bumped up against AI in my
yeah, I don't
find
know.
searching for music, and
It's coming.
I mean,
My
it
husband
is,
was
but also,
listening
but
to one and he didn't even know it. He actually didn't know it. I was like, this sounds so like something's off or missing. I looked it up. It was like AI, blah blah blah. I'm like, motherfuckers. I'm like, they got him. He didn't even realize it.
yeah,
Was
So
it like, what kind of music was it? Like,
it
was
was
it
like
like,
industrial kind of shit.
ah,
It was like some
okay.
agro techy kind of sounding stuff. But to me, my ears, I picked it up. I was like, it just sounds so like, I guess hollow would be the word to use there. It just sound. I'm like, uncanny valley. I was like, something's off. Something doesn't feel human here. And I looked it
Hmm.
up, and sure enough, it was not human. So
but yeah, my brain keeps going. How is that different than regular agrotech?
I
all
mean,
sorts of ethical questions we're going to be bringing up in the music industry in the next 5 to 10 years. Absolutely.
I think that's where it gets interesting, because it's like, you know, there like technology is so like important in the genre of music that we listen to, that like, you know, figuring out the ins and outs of where do we draw the line, you know? And like, I don't know. It's a lot of gray area, and it's like, you know, AI is a tool, but it's like it can also just be made to like just slopify stuff, you know? And so let's just hope that we don't have to deal with that, or it doesn't become prevalent in the space of our music that we enjoy, because it's kind of
Yeah.
niche in a lot of, like, you know, it's not country, which is getting like absolutely blasted by it, or like pop music or whatnot. So I mean, I guess maybe eventually, like eventually they'll have to go into other venues, because they're like, well, we've kind of saturated all these other markets. Let's get into like witch house, and do some weird like AI witch house shit, and or like shoegaze or something. I don't know.
The future
Once
is
they find out there's no
unstoppable.
money in it, they're not going to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's I think that's the key.
Yeah,
They're
But
they're
gonna
you
be
know,
doing
like,
the
that doesn't,
things that are
shit.
profitable.
yeah,
They're gonna
the thing is like, yeah, you have to figure out like where that line is for the bad guys to be like, all right, is this gonna make money? Let's just throw some prompts at it, see how it does, and then like otherwise we'll just move on to the next thing, right?
hmm I think they're gonna get to a point where I don't know in the future. I know that they're probably going to incorporate it, and we're going to look back in like 10, 20 years, and they're going to be like, remember when people were talking so much shit about AI? And I don't like that at all. I'm just saying what I feel is going to happen. Because we did this with synth music back in the late 90s. I don't know if y'all remember like Billy Corgan being like, I'm never going to use synths in my music. I'm never going to use computers. That's not real music. That's not organic. We only use organic music here. And
Which is
then
also a lie. He totally did that.
I know Radiohead dropped their one album, and then after that, everybody was like, okay, well maybe we will, maybe we'll use a little bit, just a little computers, a little bit of computers,
A little
and
bit of
then
computer.
a month ago, Billy Corgan comes out with an interview, and he's like, I'll never use AI in my music. He's like, I don't think anybody that uses AI is a real artist, and I'm like, man, I've heard this
Why do I feel
before.
like this is
I was like, man, that's right. I was
familiar?
12 and he did the same fucking interview. So I don't know. It'll be interesting and disturbing to see where music goes. Well, we could go off on an AI tangent for like 4 or 5 hours. Trust me, this is a heated debate. I got one good question, I guess, about you and your DJing history and
All
career.
right.
And the answer can or cannot involve me. It's okay. I won't get offended. What's the weirdest request that you've gotten as a DJ, or what's like the weirdest shit that you've just seen out on the dance floor? I mean, you could take a second to think about it if you need to, because I'm sure you've seen something, especially if you did all sorts of places like City Club and Ascension UK for
Or
forever.
just City Club alone.
City Club alone.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, like, yeah, just like seeing. One of the nights somebody showed up in like a rubber dinosaur suit, kind of running around the dance floor.
Like one of the
That's the night.
inflatable ones, you mean? Like,
Yeah, like one of the inflatable ones. But it was when they were kind of new. Like they you didn't see them a whole lot. You're like, why'd you wear that here? Seemed didn't seem like a smart idea.
you'd
Um,
always get those stunt people that would just be like, I'm gonna go to City Club and wear this because it's
I
gonna be
saw
out
somebody.
there.
I saw somebody tear up a Bible during a Marilyn Manson song, and I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, okay, really? Come on.
We're doing this now.
They're out there taking
Come
themselves so
on.
seriously.
Yeah,
Like,
like this is a
art,
bit much.
This
art.
isn't a Marilyn Manson concert. Like, and why did you have a
Mm.
Bible? Like you had it like locked and loaded, bro.
Yeah,
He
but
brought it
Like
specifically. Yes.
that's wild.
I also remember Fee and Donnie of Access to Concrete.
Yeah.
Um, they used to crawl on the floor of City Club during any Skinny Puppy song.
Yeah. Which is funny for Fee because he really doesn't drink, so that
Oh,
just all came from the heart.
no
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
kidding.
There was
That
no.
was just all Fee, straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah. That was
I got this.
unbridled. I'm not scared of getting what's ever on this floor on
I
me.
was gonna say, I bet they are inoculated
Yes.
from any kind of disease known to man at this point. Like those guys should be tested. See,
Yeah.
see
He's
what
gonna get
kind of.
cancer. I don't want to curse either of them, but they're gonna die.
No, that's the
Because
ceiling, not the floor. The ceiling's where the cancer comes from. The floor is all the bacteria.
yeah, but the dust comes from everywhere and settles on the floor with all of our filth and all of our sin.
Okay.
And they crawled in it. Okay. I was on that floor one time on accident. It was because of an altercation. That's a hero's reason to be on that floor, not just because you're trying to be theatrical to Skinny Puppy and pick up fucking scabies and syphilis in the same go. All right. And I'm gonna tease Fee and Odoms when I see Donnie. Sorry, I called him by his DGN name just now. I'm gonna tease the both of them when I see them. Or when they
Oh,
see this episode, they can tease themselves, I guess. So that's a good one.
Crawling,
Yeah,
crawling on the
crawling
yeah.
on the
floor
City
of
Club floor.
City
I
Club.
I
wouldn't
mean
pick up
that
a
was.
cigarette. You'd
Oh no,
throw
you
the
left
whole
it. You
man
know, you
away.
dropped a cigarette. You left it. It was done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, I
yeah.
saw Hun He
Hell.
pick one up before. I've seen people pick up a cigarette off that floor and put it right back in their
Ugh.
mouth. Yeah. And R.I.P. man. R.I.P. I'm
And
sure
yeah, I
they're
was
not
gonna
with
say
us
it's sad
anymore.
you're no longer with us.
Hmm. That was a good one. I'm glad I asked that one. I guess one more historical question too, because I did have this one. This one's kind of an interesting one. I
Right.
almost asked this. It's almost the same question we asked Leslie the last episode. But what's one Detroit like goth club or event that you wish that the younger goth folk could experience Like if you could bring it back today and be like, wow, this is exactly the way it was back when I remember it. Here, kids, have fun. Which one would it be? It doesn't even have to be, like I said, an actual venue. It could be a goth night that used to happen or a regular event. You can't say Manfast. That's mine.
I mean, I guess the one thing, if you could bring it back, would be City Club in the '90s.
That
It
general
when
vibe.
it was packed, it was weird. All the walls had Jeremy Harvey's artwork on them. It was it just felt like an entirely different thing than even when I started. Like I got the tail end of it. I kind of wish I could have gone, done earlier '90s stuff, but I was not old. I was too young.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
But
It's
yeah,
a
I wish people could experience who didn't get to experience that, got to experience that.
I wish I did too. I always that's my one jealous thing that people talk about stuff in the 90s like, oh, I went to City Club in the 90s. I saw Skinny Puppy in the 90s. I'm like, yeah, I was busy being fucking 10. So that's nice. Nice to know. But that's a pretty common one too, because the City Club in the 90s, that was peak, man. That was when we peaked as a people.
As
Well,
a people.
as a people, yes, as a community. We always go into a little bit of scene news, and some big news we have actually is that Boy Harsher did just sign with Atlantic Records. They're coming, they're on tour, and I think they're coming in October.
Yep, I think
Fillmore.
I want to say it's the first.
Okay, so I did get that right with the October. Thank you for the first. See, you're helping with the news. That
I
wasn't even
believe it.
required. But you said the Fillmore?
Yeah.
I
No, it's
would
at the
totally.
Majestic.
Oh, Majestic.
Oh, all
Majestic. That's
right.
it.
Still
That's
great.
it.
So,
Yeah.
they've got an upcoming album called Get Mean. It's coming out in September. They've also got a single called Hard Beat, which is it's pretty bomb. So go ahead and check that out. And there's also Roz Williams the tribute projects that are coming out. There's the new Pink Vinyl release of Rob Williams Flowers, and it's a feature-length documentary. It's a reunion style concert featuring Christian Death alumni. Have all been announced, and I guess basically they're just doing it as like a huge shine, because he's passed away quite a while ago, so they're just doing like a whole tribute thing for him. And Actors also released a new single called Youth. So that one's pretty good as well. And
Oh,
all
it's
of us
very
are,
good.
yes. And everybody fucking loves Actors. Also Project Pitchfork turned 35 years old. I don't know if they're doing anything anymore, but they are coming out with it. They are doing a tour, I guess. So I don't know if they are coming out with anything new, but they are going out on tour. It's called 35 Years in the Heart of Darkness. And I used to love them back in the day. It was one of those bands where in the 2000s I was listening to them a lot. I've not thought about them in a long, long time. Um, so that's kind of what we got going on in the past couple of weeks in scene news. And then our third portion that we go into is
But we're
a
not going to talk about the new Ministry album.
what the fuck? New
Yeah,
ministry.
they just announced the last Ministry album.
Yeah, we are. We're
Or
going
I'm
to talk
sorry,
We can
about
put
the
that. Yeah.
last
There we go. There we
Ministry
go.
album.
We all know Uncle Al's
he's like Jay-Z with that shit, dude. He's like the Jay-Z.
Yeah,
He's like, I've been around the
yeah,
world, now I'm back.
they dropped a single on Friday. Spoiler alert, it's not good.
It's it
Um,
doesn't have to be. Yeah,
it's
I'm reading it right now. What the fuck?
I'll be honest. They made this big deal that Barker was coming back, and he's on like one track.
Okay.
He's
So
literally like the
He's
last
back
track
for one
is
track.
featuring Paul Barker. I'm like,
we got that bait and switch, you
you know,
mean?
it, I mean, I didn't have high hopes.
Yeah, I'm
Ministry is
reading it
one of
right
those
now. It
bands.
says the
Yeah,
the song We're Still Here. It's the song
yeah,
he's on. Yeah.
but
They're done. Wow. Well,
yeah,
they've been doing
as
it
great as Ministry was, Al has
forever.
been disappointing me for 30 years. It's just everyone has a falling off point with that band. Me was probably Dark Side of
Oh,
the Spoon in '99. Like I
oh,
can still, Filth Pig didn't get under my skin as much as it did other people, but yeah, everything after that has just been like you check in, you're like, hey, I wonder if this got good again. No, it didn't. Okay,
yeah.
next. And
I get it. They're
Yeah.
musicians, you know, that their job is to, you know, keep pushing and making music, but it's like we're kind of we're I don't know if we're really evolving here at this point.
No,
And
no.
then
Sometimes it's sad, but sometimes it's like you get enough out of a person, you get a certain amount of that essence, and then once it's the same kind of, you know, they fall off a little bit, and
It's
that
one of those
happens.
things.
It's
They're
okay. We're all human. We all run out of different. I'm trying to be nice about them running out of ideas, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. But you know, that's
they,
the nicest way I could say it. So
look, they do have a great legacy.
they
They
absolutely
have,
do. I can't say shit about
the Wax
Ministry.
Track singles are amazing. With Sympathy is an album. Twitch is a great in
classic.
between the Wax Track stuff and the heavier stuff. And then, Land and Rape and Honey is probably one of the best records ever made.
Oh yeah.
My Terrible Thing's
Mine's
great.
triple thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Psalm
So
69
hang it up, you guys.
was
Like you,
was great, but like it, in retrospect, I mean, like I liked heavier music at the time when that came out, so
mm,
that album was definitely a jam. But now, kind of like hindsight being what it is, you're like, oh, this was kind of like the beginning of the end.
yeah. And then once I hit like the 2000s, I was like, they kind of fell off for me. But I still love all their older shit. It's quite a legacy, and I have no idea how the fuck I did not like. At least I got Boy Harsher. At least I got that in there. How the fuck do I miss Ministry? And
Maybe
I'm
because you knew deep down inside, you're like, we know they're going, but unfortunately, I don't know if we really, this is the way we want to send them
I didn't
off.
want to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I knew in my heart that he was going. I saw them in April at Sick New World, and I'm like, there he goes, Uncle Al doing his last show ever that I'm gonna see. So
Is the album is literally called Hate to Go, parentheses, takeout or delivery.
it literally is. I just saw that. Yeah,
That's that is wild.
that is
It's
quite a
like,
title.
okay,
That's a choice.
all
Oh, they
right.
got D Croops opening for him, I guess. Interesting. That's in the European. You're like, well, thank you for that bit of news, because yeah, I absolutely slept on that somehow. If there's no other, like
No other objections here.
headliner, you're gonna be like, oh, so and so passed away. It's gonna be like somebody
No,
really
no,
big. I'd be like, how the fuck?
no.
I didn't want. I
No, no,
almost
no, no,
named
no. I
somebody,
was,
but I
I was
didn't
just,
want to do that.
I
I
was just sitting
wasn't
on the
about to do
Ministry
it.
release. I don't got anything else up my sleeves.
No, nothing. I don't gotta
No,
pat you down. Okay. Well, thank you for
no.
that contribution, because it was fucking huge, and apparently I missed it. Our third part, we usually do a debate, or we complain, or we game. And you're probably sick of this, Raven, but I actually have a really good game. I got a good game for both of you
I'm
guys.
never sick of a good
You're
game.
never tired of the
I'm
games?
never sick of losing to our
To our guests
to our
here,
guests here.
you ever lost to
Always
John
making our guests
before?
look great.
You might lose to John today. You might.
Well,
So
considering that John is basically a walking encyclopedia of knowledge of music and culture knowledge, and I am just a humble man who does things and j just lives
about town.
life
Yeah.
one day at a time, and doesn't have a large swath of bibliographies behind him.
Bibliographies.
That's one of the This is a memory-based game, but not in the way that you might think. Does anybody remember the childhood game? I went to the market and I saw, and then you're supposed to list one thing, and then the next person is supposed to remember that thing and then add the next thing onto the list. Okay. Well, we're gonna play a version of that today, and we're gonna call it I Went to the Goth Festival. It could be Dark Force Fest. Just pick one. Cold Waves. Don't matter. Don't matter. I went to Cold Waves and I saw, and what I'm gonna do is I'll give Raven the first one. It could be either a thing that you would see. You don't have to come up with it. I'm the one giving it to you guys. So don't worry about that. That's the hard part. The easy part is you got to remember it in order, and you got to recite it back to me. And
Oh,
whoever
I'm going to be
can't
terrible at this.
remember, it's okay. It's
I
okay. We
might
can do
actually
a
Raven,
have a
two out of
chance.
three.
What?
Raven, you're going to get your first win.
Yes.
Yes, Raven.
Let's
We might finally
go.
have a win here today. All
We
right.
might have a win locked up here. All right. I like
So
being the favorite here. No pressure at all.
Raven, you went to the Goth Fest and you saw Skinny Puppy. Okay. So you're gonna say I went to the Goth Fest and I saw Skinny Puppy. Just repeat it back.
I went to the Goth Fest and I saw Skinny Puppy.
Congratulations, you passed. You're already ahead.
Didn't I also need to add on another thing?
I'm gonna add on the next one because I'm not playing
Okay.
technically.
Okay.
I like pitting you guys against each other. I mean, I'm sure I'll play in one of the games
The
eventually. I just
game
like really watching Raven
the
squirm against
game
whomever the
master.
guest is. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, John, you went to the festival and you saw
I
nipple
saw.
tape. You
I
saw a
went to the
girl with
Goth.
nipple tape. Yeah. So you're gonna say that you went to the concert. You're gonna list the first thing
Right.
that Raven said, and then you're gonna add that on.
All right. Went to the Goth Fest. I saw Skinny Puppy and a girl with nipple tape.
Hmm. Absolutely. All right, let me get because I have like a list of these things.
Oh
All
God.
right.
How long's the wait? You know what? I guess we
She's
don't
gonna
know how
drag this
long it
out so we
was.
forget what she's
Yeah.
what she
Yeah, yeah,
said.
exactly, exactly. I went to the Goth Fest and I saw someone in a trench coat passing out from heat exhaustion. It's your turn, Raven.
I went to the Goth Fest and I saw Skinny Puppy, a girl with nipple tape, and a guy wearing a trench coat passing out from heat exhaustion.
Yes,
Oh geez,
exactly.
this
It's
is look
amazing.
at it's so
Oh, all
I
right,
mean,
John.
obviously we're gonna have to like give like a little bit of like he doesn't have to get it exactly, just like get it
No, it doesn't.
vaguely
It's
right.
got to be generalized idea. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like you could paraphrase. You can give me the Reader's Digest version. John, you went to the festival and you saw Ministry.
All right. I went to the Goth Festival and I saw Skinny Puppy, girl with nipple tape, guy in a trench coat passing out, and Ministry.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Very good. Very good. Raven, you went to the Goth Fest and you saw too much Invader Zim merch.
I went to the Goth Fest and I saw Skinny Puppy, a girl wearing nipple tape, a guy in a trench coat passing out from heat exhaustion, uh Ministry, and too much Invader Zim merch.
All right. Perfect. Perfect.
Woo!
We're getting up there, you guys. We're getting up there. All right. John, I went to the Goth Fest and I saw Health.
All right. I went to the Goth Fest and I saw Skinny Puppy, girl with nipple tape, guy in a trench coat passing out, Ministry, too much Zim merch, and health.
Jesus Christ, we're up to like 7. You guys are on fire. I honestly thought it would be. I have a list. It's okay. I just thought you guys wouldn't be hanging in by this point in time. Raven, you went to the Goth Fest and you saw 5 dudes dressed as the Crow.
Okay. Um I went to the I went to the Goth Festival and I saw Skinny Puppy, a girl wearing nipple tape. Um I saw uh Ministry.
Ooh,
Oh wait, did
ooh.
I get him? I get it out of
Oh,
order. I got it
oh,
out of
you
order, didn't I?
lost. You lost. You
Oh
lost. You missed
no.
one. You missed
Eh.
one. You missed one.
I
Wait.
thought for sure you had this, Raven.
Yeah, I thought I
Oh,
did
I
too. It
really
was
thought
the
you were gonna
guy.
win
Was
your
it the
first fucking game. What
I
the?
I thought it was too. I think I was what did I skip?
Trench coat,
Trench
the
coat
trench
guy.
coat guy
Trench
passing
coat
out in
guy.
the fucking heat from heat
Trench coat guy.
exhaustion. This
Yeah.
was a pretty good game idea. I'm not gonna lie.
The memory game, man. I was thinking you instead of doing you kept doing bands. You could have done like overpriced taco truck.
That's on the list.
Oh, is it?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I was
Can
just throwing in.
can
What
we
else did
guess?
I have on here?
Can we guess some more things?
Do you want to do some more?
No, I just want to guess things that are on the list.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Because there is
John,
$14
I'm
lemonade
go
on here.
$14 lemon.
Yeah.
Uh,
You thought there was a world where we gonna go to 14 things?
no. She said $14 lemonade, as in like there was
Oh,
that
okay.
That
was
was
one
on
of the
the
things on the
list.
list.
Black ice cream is also on here.
Cloves Is Cloves on there?
Are Cloves on here?
Doc Martens?
There's a broken platform boot because there's always somebody that breaks the fucking heel on their platform boots.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
definitely.
I don't have Doc Martens on here.
Okay.
I got a goth wearing beige.
Beige goth. Okay. Bill
I got Morrissey canceling his show.
Morrissey canceling his appearance.
A fog machine outside. black makeup melting in the heat. 2-hour long merch line.
2-hour long merch. Oof.
Vendors, you can guess some of the vendors here. Handmade Dreadfalls is on there. Corsets. Yeah, there's like I said, I had quite the list going here.
You did have quite the list.
Oh yeah.
And
you had more faith in us than I did.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm like, this guy.
I forgot about the
genius.
guy passing. You know what? I forgot about the guy passing out in the trench coat because, like, you know, he needed medical attention, and I saw the ambulance pull up. So, you know, I forgot about him.
There you go. Well, thank you, John, for being on our show.
Yes,
this is fucking amazing.
Congratulations
thank you, Jon
on the
Noble,
win.
the man, the myth,
thanks
the
for having
legend,
me.
the Mewtwo. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Smalls the next time I go because you live there and I know where you live, so you can't hide from me now. Yeah, I'll be there to put in all sorts of weird requests and do all sorts of stupid shit on your dance floor. But one thing we do always end out with is a quick eulogy of the week. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bury Ministry today, I guess. Apparently, I didn't know this. I'm sorry, I was not ready for this funeral.
Bands this season.
I'm sorry, Al. Oh my God,
Uncle Al.
You've been so much to me throughout the years, and I'm not even sure what that means, but I will miss you absolutely.
Great
and
uncle.
another thing we need to bury is people going to fucking Goth Fest and wearing all black, and it's 100 degrees and passing out in the sun in a trench coat. Okay, don't be that guy. There's always somebody. So always somebody that ruins the fucking pit. Everybody's got to move aside and everything because somebody's got to have a medical emergency, you know, and fucking ruin the show for everybody else because they ruin
my record where I could have had a locked in win here today.
This sounds like a Sick New World thing.
Yes, it happened quite often.
Wait, did it happen at Sick New World?
It happened like 5 or 6 fucking times during Cornwall.
It wasn't just once.
Yeah.
It was like several times.
It was almost my kid, but no, I'm just kidding. She was fine. She did take a nap. She laid down and went to sleep, but she didn't pass out. Stop wearing fucking shit looking like you're going dressed as something from the fucking Matrix. Going to the festival. For the climate, people. Yeah.
Just for the climate.
Little pair of black booty shorts. They make booty shorts in black. I own a couple pairs, you know, so something like that. You're out there 10, 11 hours a day. Don't die. Anyway, this was a fantastic episode of Not Just a Phase. Again, I am one of the co-hosts, Just over here. We've got...
I'm Raven Blackfall, your favorite goth around town.
And then down on bottom, but that doesn't mean that he's not the top for us on the top of our list. We've got DJ Jon Noble. Thank you so much for your time and just for being awesome as fuck and for being on the show. Everybody else...
Anytime. It was a good time.
Yeah, shit. Maybe we'll do a double. We'll do an update in a year. How much has the scene changed in the last year? We'll do like a speed round of it. But yeah, everybody, we're out every other Sunday, so keep that in mind. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with somebody spooky, and peace out until next one. Bye, guys.